And welcome to Jordan with Coffee. My name is Jordan, and here's my coffee. And today I have my guest, my neighbor, who I share a wall with, my roommate, Sawyer Pollitt. So say some things.
Hey, it's great to be here. I really love NPR, and I'm honored to be here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be on NPR. I feel like it's kind of making like a comeback, or are we just getting older with it?
I only know NPR from their Tiny Desk series with like the musicians who play like live acoustic shows like in their studio.
Yeah, but like that's also how I know it. But also like I've heard, granted, there's like professors and like older people saying how like they've listened to NPR. Like I have a professor who's like during my commute here, I was listening to NPR, and
I mean, it's the thing to say, you know, like you listen to NPR. Like I was listening to NPR today. You know, it elevates you no matter what you. Because before I used to say, oh, on my way home from school, I listened to a WUMD. Well, that doesn't exist anymore.
No one would ever say that.
I would say that because I was proud that we used to listen to WUMD.
We used to for like every time we would just like go to like the mall or whatever.
We
like,
put on WUMD.
Yeah, for like 10 minutes.
And now the thing to say is NPR, even though I just put on my Spotify.
Hold on, I gotta turn on my fountain. That was the weirdest sentence I've ever said.
Yeah, Jordan's got this fountain in his room. He keeps it on 24/7.
Listen.
I walk by and hear the fountain going, and I'm thinking, man, good thing his light's off. He's not fucking wasting electricity. I'm sorry. I just let a boy out of my mouth.
Oh, whatever. It's fine.
But,
okay, so I have a fountain. I bought a fountain because I went to Michael's because I was buying some art supplies, as you do, as an art student does.
Right.
And, like, right before the register,
yeah,
they have this pile of fountains, and it says fountains $15.
Pile of fountains. How big is the pile of fountains?
Well, it's like in boxes. Imagine it's just like a pile of fountains that are all on. Like they're
that's
like,
just a pond.
Like they're upright. Like they're not upright, but they're still like going. It's like the water doesn't like do the gravity. Yeah. I bought a fountain for $15 because I've always wanted a fountain, and also it's white noise. It's a white noise maker, which I really need when I go to sleep. And when I'm just like sitting in here and not really listening to anything. Because there are times where like I want to listen to music, but then when I don't, I just want to hear water trickle, man.
Yeah, I'm wrong with that.
Yeah.
Not wrong with that at all.
And, you know, you just blast death grips all the time.
No, I don't. I never like blast music.
I kind of wish you did, just so I could say that.
Yeah, I use my headphones all the time. The only time I blast music is when no one's home, and even then I don't blast it.
I blast it frequently.
Yeah, and it's fine. Because your music is, like, tasteful.
I love you just outed yourself as just like, yeah, my music isn't tasteful.
It's my taste, but I know it's no one else's.
But I like death grips. I feel like...
Fake fan. Name 3 of their albums.
Shit. The Money Store.
Yeah.
No Love.
Mm-hmm.
And Interview.
All right.
Oh, also You're the Snitch, the new one.
All right, name 4. Because you're a real gamer girl.
One of my favorite songs is Runway N2.
Yeah.
Runway N2. Actually, no, I like Runway N.
I've never really listened to their instrumental stuff myself. I like one of my favorite part about their music is the, you know, the homeless man yelling at me.
Right.
That's my favorite. Like that's legitimately like not even the meme. Like my favorite part of the music.
I haven't really like given you an opportunity to like talk about yourself at all.
Oh yeah, we just
kind of jump right into like the main thing that I associate you with, and it's death grips.
That's my whole personality to you?
I mean, to me, yeah. That's not the only thing. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we're friends. We're best friends.
So should I introduce? Yeah. I'm Sawyer. I live in 6201D, which is right next to 6201C. Am I supposed to say where we live? I mean, everyone knows.
Everyone knows, but also, I mean, a couple things. One, it doesn't really matter.
Who listens to this?
People do.
People do.
Your partner does.
Anywho.
Your partner does. Our roommates do.
Yes, I'm in my 4th year here at UMass Dartmouth. 4 out of 5, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Same.
Yeah. Started off studying biochemistry. Did that for 3 years, and then I I noped out and went into the history department, where I'm now happily engaged to a Bachelor of Science degree in history that hopefully will be coming my way pretty soon. And I have recently declared a minor in religious studies.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why did you go for like a science degree? Because I never I totally forget that about you.
Yeah, I used to be. Well, I mean, I guess I'm for anybody can be a scientist. I'm still a scientist, but I, honest to God, I just really wanted to wear a lab coat.
That's it?
That's one of the big... I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. That's one of the big reasons. And then 3 years in, I got through, all my 101s, all my 200 levels, started the 300 levels, still didn't have to buy a lab coat. I was like, what's going on? No, but really the workload was overwhelming, and I wasn't understanding it, and I was like, this isn't fun anymore. And it was during my second year of biology that I started taking history classes. I took a class, history of Central Asia with Dr. Brian Williams. And I was like, you know what? This is really interesting. I really enjoy it. I like history. I think I'm going to minor. So I minored in history for a year. And then I realized, you know what? Why am I just minoring in the thing I enjoy? Why not major in the thing I enjoy? And I switched over. The head of the bio department was like, no. But I did anyway. And I haven't looked back. My life is bearable now.
Yeah, it's pretty bearable. I'd say that you're 50% happier and just more interested in the things you study.
Yeah.
Because I've known you since, freshman year, and that's when you were a bio major.
Yeah.
And then you were just always sad. You were just always just, not interested in the things you were doing. And then now, I witnessed this change of you.
On the side, I'd be drawing a map in the margin of my notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Your map.
My map fetish.
Your map fetish. Yeah. So it's definitely something you're totally interested in. I can see that. It's weird because I've never considered changing majors.
Oh, good for you. I'm
sorry.
so happy for you.
Well, let me take that back.
You're still graduating with me.
Yeah, I am. I took a year off, or a semester off.
Nothing wrong with that.
2020. It's never too late to get your degree,
Exactly.
no matter how long it takes you, and no matter how much money it's going to cost you.
Get
that degree.
I've got classmates who seem like, I don't know for sure, look like they're in their 40s or 50s, and I'm happy they're in school, Good for them, man.
Yeah, you can't knock people who are, still trying to get a degree at no matter whatever age. It's very important to get a degree and just do what you want.
Yeah.
So here's one of the only things that I associate with, aside from death grips, which we'll talk about later, probably. You're a theater kid.
Oh, yes, I am.
You're a theater kid. And that's not a negative term. I swear to God, it's not negative. It's a great term. It used to be negative in my eyes, but then I kind of got involved in theater.
Now all your friends are theater kids.
All my friends are theater kids, and I get involved in theater every year.
That's right, you do.
In one shape or form.
That's right, you do.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
Yeah.
So I've been doing theater since... Well, I'm gonna start it with I've been performing since I was, a late sophomore in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I joined my high school show choir. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And it really made me realize that I like being on stage. Senior year of high school, I joined the drama club because the old drama director got fired and the new one was pretty nice. So I was like, you know what, I'll hop in on this. And I got a role in Seussical the Musical and played General Genghis Khan Schmitz, starting my typecast of playing Nazis. Moving on, went into college, and... I'm going to actually go back a second. The summer of my senior year, so before I was a senior... No, I'm stupid. It was the Halloween of my senior year. I went to see a show at UMass Dartmouth, my future college. It was the 21st annual Rocky Horror Picture Show. And that was... Seeing that show and knowing that UMass Dartmouth did it was a big influencer of me choosing which college I wanted to go to, because literally the first week of school here at UMass, I found 20 Cent Fiction, the theater company that does Rocky. I joined them and I auditioned for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I was cast as Dr. Scott my freshman year, and I haven't looked back. It's now 4 years later. I am the president of the company, and it is probably my crowning achievement in my life.
Nice.
As of right now.
Love it. Rocky Horror is really good. It's great. It's a UMass Army staple. Would you say?
Yes, it is a tradition.
At least for our
20. I mean, not even just with us. We get everyone of all kinds coming to the show.
That's true.
You get folks from out west who come back to see our show.
That is true.
Which is stupid. It's not that good. But I mean, good on them.
Yeah. So I never. $10. I was never a theater kid. I did theater once because my best friend, his boyfriend at the time dragged him into being an extra in my high school's rendition of Aladdin. So it was Aladdin Jr. and that's how you get away with copyright. And my best friend, he was like, "Can you please just do this with me, just make it at least a little bit fun?" And I had nothing to do, so I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I was so me and him were one of two of the three princes that Jasmine doesn't end up marrying. At the beginning, introduces at first, your three options. I was probably the funniest joke of it. My prince's name was a prince formerly known as the Artist. They said that out loud. And I went from stage right to stage left and just off stage. I'm not even on stage. I'm off stage. I walk and I just wave to the crowd and wave and I wink at the teachers who go there, and then I leave. And that's my whole show. That's my whole thing.
That's the best kind of role, really.
I had one role. It was early in the play. That was all I had to do.
All you gotta do is show up, you can leave, you can do homework in the back, and you still get a whole cast party out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't go to the cast party because
you're no fun.
I didn't really like anyone there.
Nah, alright.
I didn't like anyone in the cast. Listen, here's why I had a negative connotation with theater kids, is because everyone in that theater, in the drama club at my high school, were kind of not nerdy is a bad word. It's
elitist pricks.
Not elitist pricks. They were just kind of just awkward and just really, really into Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah. You feel.
I know what you're talking about.
They're just a little too into Doctor Who. So then when I watched it. I watched one episode. Oh no, I watched one season because
everyone liked it. Yeah,
everyone was I gotta figure it out. I watched it. I did like it, and then I started trying to talk about it with everyone, and they were like, "Oh my god, isn't this person so hot?" I'm I'm on season 1. Chill out. Yeah. And well, it's all great. And it's all the symbolism. I'm this isn't for me.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Whovian.
Oh god, don't say that. Not on my podcast.
I'll whisper through the vents at night.
Oh no. So that was my stint with theater. So that was junior year of high school. Senior year of high school, didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Freshman year, didn't do anything. Actually, freshman year, and I really regret this, I didn't go to Rocky.
Yeah, I regret it too.
Yeah. Because I actually remember Johnny texting me, "Hey, are you doing anything this weekend?" And I was I don't really know. I was "You should go to Rocky." And I'm "Yeah, maybe." And it was the polite, "Yeah, I'll see what I can do." And it was just I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm used to getting a lot of those. I get a lot of those.
So I didn't go, and it sucked because that was both yours and Johnny's debut of Rocky, obviously because you're a freshman. Mm-hmm. So I didn't go to that, but then sophomore year, when me, Johnny, Mike, and you all started hanging out, a lot more often. Johnny was Janet.
Yeah, first male Janet in 20 Cent history.
First male Janet in 20 Cent history. And, I was, I didn't have any real interest. I wasn't, ecstatic to go, but I was going to, both support you and Johnny. Mm-hmm. And I was I just want to see, all... Because at sophomore year, we used to hang out in Mike and Johnny's dorm all the time.
Right.
So Johnny would practice a lot. Yeah. So I get to see all of his practice and, just his growth from, being, a nervous, Janet to being probably my favorite Janet.
Really?
Probably my favorite Janet.
Right.
Granted, I've only seen 3. I've only seen four Janets.
Yeah.
So like I just wanted to like see the progress, and like it was it was a great time. I go to at least 3 shows every year.
Yeah, you've like since then you've seen pretty much at least one showing from like all the shows we do.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That made sense.
I've gone every year at least once.
Exactly. You see one of each.
Yeah, I've seen one of each, and was it junior year? Same thing. I didn't really get involved. I still went like 3 times. It was great.
Yeah,
you were Frank that year.
That was that
damn
was
good Frank. And
Thank
then
you.
this year, I don't know why I asked you how you convinced me, but I auditioned.
You auditioned.
Oh, yeah, I remember because last year I said, Sawyer, I'm gonna audition for Eddie, and I was like, you gotta hold me to it, and then you said, okay. And then a year later, I'm like, well, I guess I'll audition for Eddie.
Yeah, and I held you to it, and you showed up.
Yeah,
you did a good job. You didn't get the part, but you did a good job.
I auditioned. I was understudy, so and Eddie ended up being great. Kate's great. But I don't know why or how, but I ended up taking photos for you.
Yeah, you have become 20 Cent Fiction's dedicated photographer.
Yeah, I guess.
You will be contacted for our next show, just so you know.
I will.
I'll have a contract for you written up.
And I do it for free.
And you do it for free, exactly. And you do a really good job. And you get us our stuff well done on time, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. I'm great.
Yeah, you do a pretty good job.
I'm investing. Please say yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah, so now I don't do theater. And I'm probably not gonna... I'll audition next year, definitely, because I still...
For what?
Rocky.
What?
Probably still Eddie.
Still Eddie? All right.
Probably Eddie. Maybe. I really want to be Columbia. Columbia's cool.
I could see you as a Columbo.
Columbo is really high energy, and I'm really all about that.
I mean, you'd have to...
Dye my hair.
Dress and drag.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, cool. What size shoe are you?
8. We're not putting on heels right now. It's not going to work.
I know we're not putting them on right now. I'm just thinking if you'd fit in mine.
It's not going to work.
I think you would.
Oh,
all right. So, yeah, that's fine. We'll figure that out when the time comes. If the time comes.
But, like, I'm also, like, I'm fine with doing, like, backstage and behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, taking photos for you and, like, any show.
Right.
Like, it's still fun, and I get to enjoy the show. And, like, yeah, I get to record things, and it's a great time. And then... Although I didn't help you with Theater Jam because I really didn't want to.
I mean, that's fair. That whole thing is just a process.
Yeah.
Theater Jam, for those of you who don't know, is
It's all of you.
which is most of,
yeah.
not all.
Okay, fine.
Is a 24-hour event, workshop sort of thing, where 2 teams of people pitch, write, cast, direct, and rehearse original 1-act plays in 24 hours. Not sure if I said that.
Mm-hmm.
So they do all that in 24 hours. They have a show the next day, and all the proceeds of the show help to fund our second semester with 20 Cent.
Yeah, and it's a great time. The reason why I'm like sort of involved in it is because it happens in my apartment. It's for 2 years in a row. It's happened in my apartment because again, Sawyer runs it.
Yep. Well, I half run it.
Yeah, you half run it, but you provide this apartment to the groups.
Yeah.
With or without my consent. I'm kidding.
So just like next semester.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with it. It's fine. Yeah, the end next semester. And like
maybe.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't have to stay up with everyone.
Yeah, no,
but it's because of the fact that, one, it's like 8 people in our living room, and the walls aren't necessarily, like, thick.
Paper thin.
They're thin. Not paper thin, they're thin. So, like, I'm gonna hear everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be able to sleep. So why even, like, try to sleep?
You might as well stay up for it.
Yeah, why try to sleep and, like, get flustered and upset that I can't sleep when I can just wake up on my own, like, just be up and just experience it all. It's like 2 years in a row, I've just stayed up and just watched everything. And then when everyone, like, goes to bed, like, I...
Crash.
I crash. I don't know, I wake up at, like, 12. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah. And then I go to the show.
Yeah.
It's a great time. They've been messes, but beautiful messes.
Yeah, I describe Theater Jam, and a lot of what 20 Cent does, actually, as a beautiful dumpster fire, exquisite mess, because that's what we're all about. We're all about having fun, good shows, but it's more so about, at least in my opinion, the fun of being on stage, performing, and just the 20 Cent family. That's It's all about. It's not. I don't care if we put on the best show in the world. I'd rather we have fun. We all like each other at the end of it, and we make a goddamn profit.
Right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just sipping your coffee.
Sipping my coffee.
Yeah. I don't know if I think I've. Yeah, I've totally talked about how I met you. How I've met. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not on the podcast. I'll just do it in the bridge version.
Yeah, sure.
So I met Sawyer. So I heard the name Sawyer. Sawyer Pollitt.
A whisper on the wind.
The whispers of Sawyer Pollitt. For the first semester of freshman year, because Johnny knew him and Mike knew him, and I didn't know who he was. I looked him up on Facebook. I added him, and it was just the weirdest. It was just your photo, just science.
Oh,
God, that photo.
That photo.
So that was the only image I had of you. It was just Sawyer Pollitt, and then then came F with Mike Day.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was a good time.
F with Mike Day was a great time where we just wanted to knock our friend Mike down a peg and just give him like a really bad time. And you joined. We all met up in Mike and Johnny's room at the time and just saw you. And we I don't know if you knew who I was, but I knew who you were.
I think I recognized you from the pictures of group activities I wasn't invited to.
Yeah. You were a commuter.
Yeah.
You never stayed on campus.
I didn't have a car.
Yeah, that's true.
I was a commuter without a car.
How does that work?
My dad.
Nice.
Drove me around.
So we met. That was how we met, and then we didn't really hang out till I wanna say sophomore year. Yeah, during Rocky season.
Yeah, we only started hanging out sophomore year. I barely knew you.
Yeah.
Even then.
But also, I don't know. It was when you really just started coming over and actually hanging out with us that I got to know you.
Yeah.
And now I hate you.
Really? I thought we
were
kidding,
friends, I'm kidding.
Jordan, I thought we were friends. We get along pretty well. We share a wall.
We do share a wall. And
I buy you Baja Blast when you pick me up from work.
That's what? No.
And I bought you a chippy today. You owe me a chippy.
These are all things that I've done.
Yeah.
We have a good time. We bond.
We have fun on the show.
Yeah, we have fun on the show. Where are we looking? Okay.
I don't know, yeah.
Every time we say we have fun on the show, we have to look at a certain object, just like a camera.
Yeah, we're breaking the fourth wall of a TV show.
Yeah,
only God is watching.
Yeah, we're that lame. We're so lame. But no, we bond a lot. I feel like I bond with you more than Mike and Johnny.
Oh, I'm gonna tell them that.
Yeah, well, they're gonna hear.
As soon as this is over, I'm gonna walk out the door and I'm gonna tell them that Jordan wants to see if he bonds with Sawyer Pollitt more than he does with Johnny or Mike.
You know how this group is
I'm gonna tell him right now.
Okay, but everyone in this apartment, all right, Mike and Johnny, they've been roommates since freshman year, so they have that bond. We've just we talk about music a lot.
We do talk about music a lot. Nice segue.
Yeah.
Nice
I've been trying to do that
music a lot.
for 2 minutes. I have notes up, and Sawyer can see it, so he knows what I want to talk about next. So for the past 2 minutes, I've been trying to segue into music, and that's good.
Yeah, nice segue. Yeah, we do talk about music a lot. We have similar taste in music.
Yeah, and then we don't.
What?
Yeah, we do, but then we don't.
Yeah, we have similar taste up to a point, and then our tastes diverge drastically.
Oh, absolutely. It falls into we're both very just we don't. How am I say? Personally, I just liking indie stuff.
A lot of our music tastes are surface level, sort of the same. We both like non-traditional genres of music.
Oh, absolutely.
We both like obscure genres, obscure bands, groups.
Obscure.
However, it is the details of that where we diverge.
Yeah.
So the overarching, we are similar in that we are hipster trash music. but it is in the details where we are just like almost polar opposites. But like, I'd say exactly polar opposites.
Yeah, I would say so. It's weird. Like we're the same, we're different. Like we both like Caro Carabinito.
Yeah, I love KKB. They're really good.
Caro Carabinito, which is a and I love saying this every time someone asks what Caro Carabinito is. It is a British J-pop band.
Yeah, and they're getting really experimental, which I love.
I don't know if I like that.
It's kind of like there's like elements of noise in there.
It's getting
glitchy, and I love it.
It's getting Death Gripsy.
It's yeah.
In a way, and like I'm all for it, but also like I like the graduation album.
I also really enjoy their bubbly poppy
graduation
video game soundtrack stuff.
Yeah, video game soundtrack and just a lot of like just nice.
Yeah.
But then so like we like that. We also like I don't would we consider No Name like very like top?
No, I mean I more mainstream than some of the stuff we listen to.
Yeah, sure. But
still pretty, like, if we just found some, like, went to Birch right now and just, like, had, like, a little survey, only, like, a few people would probably know who they are. True. She is. Yeah, we like No Name.
We love Jeff Goldblum.
We both really like Jeff Goldblum. I like him as a musician, as an actor, as an idea, as a role model, and as a, point to aspire to in my life.
I feel like no one knows he released a jazz album.
Well, I tried to fix it.
Yeah.
I tried to publicize it.
Yeah, you wrote about it in the school newspaper.
Yeah.
And it was good. I'm hoping that people did. But, like, no, maybe we're just, like, in the wrong, like, area of, like, the internet. But, like, I've heard no one talk about it.
I don't browse a lot of music forums or subreddits or anything like that.
Like, really. I don't either. Like, I just browse Twitter, and, like, Twitter typically is, like, good on, like, indie stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they no mention of the Jeff Goldblum album.
I mean, the thing with him is
also, he released a jazz album. Please, God, listen to it.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra. Fun fact, the orchestra is actually named after his piano teacher when he was a kid.
That's
Snitzer.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's really good.
Jeff Goldblum's great.
But yeah, so I reviewed that in our school paper, gave it high marks.
Yeah. But then we differ.
But yes, then we do differ.
Yeah, we differ. One of my favorite, actually no, my favorite band is the Greeting Committee.
Oh,
and
the Greeting Committee.
I won't say you didn't like tear them down.
I gave them an honest critique from the viewpoint of someone who wasn't a Rabid fan.
Right, and you're not a Rabid fan. Like, I'm not a Rabid fan, but they are my favorite band.
Yeah.
Like, I just really like them, and they're just, like, it's indie pop rock.
Yeah.
And two of those three genres you don't like. You don't like the pop and rock. You like the
I like rock.
You like old rock.
I like dad rock. I like
dad rock.
My dad stuff.
Old school rock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into super detail about it. If you really want to read my full thoughts on the Greeting Committee, you can look at the UMass Dartmouth Torch. It's all online.
Sure.
I have an article on it.
Yeah, plug it.
Yeah, I'll plug the Torch.
Yeah.
Give me a raise, Chelsea. I'm kidding.
Imagine, I don't know if Chelsea listens.
I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
Imagine if Chelsea listens to this.
But yeah.
I think every time someone else mentions, like, a mutual friend of ours, I always say, like, there's no way to listen to this. But then I don't. But
let me find out that they do,
yeah, it's weird.
And then I get fired. No.
We both work at the Torch. You might get fired for that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Chelsea's great.
But yeah, our tastes differ not only in just like bands, but entire like areas of music. So your favorite, what's your favorite like subgenre of music? I know what it is, but so the viewers know. We all know.
Subgenre?
Yeah.
I mean, it's lo-fi.
It's lo-fi.
Yeah, that's not a subgenre. That's a genre. That is a field of music.
That is an entire field of study.
I love lo-fi.
I know you do.
And I think it stemmed from just needing to study. Ironically enough, because sophomore year I had to study for something. I was doing a lot of studying because I was really scared that I was failing classes because I was just like I didn't care.
Yeah. So
I was like I had to look for something that didn't have words. I had to look for instrumentals because if you listen to words, you focus on the words. So I just wanted to look for something that was just kind of just ambience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, no, you showed me Tampa. You showed me Tampa.
I showed you Tampa beats.
You showed me Tampa beats. And then that, in turn, led to a spiral of my identity now.
You're welcome.
Yes,
I forgot that I was the one who showed you that. I am pulling the marionette strings above your head.
You are essentially the reason for my identity and why I get so much clout on my Instagram.
Yeah, and then when you were in middle school, I gave you your first drink of coffee.
Yeah, you did. Totally.
And then that is how you got into coffee. So really, I have just been the guiding factor in your entire life.
I can't believe you looked like my mom back then.
Yeah, it was really strange.
Yeah,
but
it's weird.
I'm immortal.
Yeah, I'm forever grateful for that.
Yeah, so you like lo-fi.
Yeah, I love lo-fi. It's great. It's a great time. But then
my taste in music has been defined actually by Jordan Pongsethi sitting across from me. Has been defined as bass and screaming.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. Yeah.
Because it was, I was thinking, so on Spotify, like, you know, we all follow each other, we all support our things, and like occasionally I get bored of my playlist and I go look at my friends' playlists, and like a lot of them have good playlists. Johnny has some good playlists, like Alec has some good playlists, and then I go to yours and they're just so out of the ballpark. Like it's just I forget. Actually, I'm gonna look up what specifically which one.
It's a playlist you're not gonna want to say out loud on your podcast.
Was it this one?
It's that one.
Yeah, it's Fucks.
Yeah, it soon will be changed to Patrick Fucks.
Patrick Fuck. I get it.
Yeah, it's basically where I put all of my.
It's a lot of death grips. It's so many death grips and like Run the Jewels and clipping and like King Kuta, Kendrick Lamar, fine. I'm just like, and then a lot of Pink Guy, which we do like, that's a like overlapping.
We both like Pink Guy.
Yes, love Pink Guy. I like Joji a little bit more than you do.
Yeah, I'm not a big Joji fan.
Right.
I was a big Pink Guy fan.
Right.
Though.
I am a huge Joji fan. Love Joji. Yeah, Piss Jeans.
Piss Jeans is really good.
Brockhampton, which is...
I enjoy Brockhampton.
Was just a bunch of death grips.
No, it's not. No, it's a lot more like...
And you have Tyler the Creator, and like it's great, but then you have it's the two songs on Flower Boy that aren't pretty. It's Who Dat Boy and I Ain't Got Time.
This is this is just one aspect of my
it's like it's two songs. The two songs on Flower Boy that aren't like the like melodic and like dreamy and like pleasant and pretty rap.
I mean, I like the whole album.
Yeah,
Flower Boy is like
great.
I'd give it like a 9.5.
Yeah,
I love it. Danny Brown,
then Sophie.
Sophie's good.
Yeah, Sophie's great. Again, these are all great artists, but it's all a lot of this is just again.
Well, that's because this playlist is specifically designed as. When I was in show choir back in the day, before shows, I would listen to German military marches, and I'd get myself pumped up.
Right.
I've kind of shifted out of that, and now I listen to my playlist called Fucks.
Fucks.
That is what I listen to before work, before exams, on the way to class, if I need to get hype.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I was okay. Like,
I guess my entire taste.
I wasn't in the right mindset. I don't know what I was doing. I know I wasn't doing those things. I was just like sitting and just browsing music. Yeah. And I went to your your playlist, and it was just bass and screaming.
Bass and screaming.
Yeah, and I think I messaged you. I was just like, "Sorry, this playlist is just bass and screaming."
Yeah, I have a lo-fi playlist, you know.
Yeah, it's called mine.
No, I have my own.
Do you?
I haven't listened to it or updated it in about 2 years. Because if I need lo-fi, I just listen to Jordan's lo-fi playlist.
Yeah.
But I've got, my dad rock playlist, which is 90% Jimmy Buffett. Mm. It's not even rock, it's like dad country.
Actually, how many? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got 9 hours of music.
I have 9 hours of music.
I don't need to listen to any
272 songs.
Yeah.
Oh, granted, they're all like a minute long.
Yeah, but still. Yeah, but I mean, I've got. I'm not gonna look for it, but there's others. I am more than a 2-dimensional piece of trash for you to just describe in a word and discard, Jordan.
Yeah, but like so am I. We are, but we both are. We're both hipster trash.
We're both hipster trash. We're both objectively, if you looked at us without knowing us, like from afar, someone would just look at us and go, ugh.
Yeah, I feel like I get that. Just get, and I don't know if it's a race thing.
I don't know.
It might be a race thing for me.
I don't think it's a race.
But for you, it's just like, yeah, you're hipster.
For me, I'm just garbage. I'm
like
wearing a red flannel right now.
Yeah,
what's up with me? It's yeah.
I'm wearing a maroon sweater.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
Really nice sweater.
And it's like, I've noticed that I've embraced like hipster culture because I've always thought like, well, I'm not a hipster. I just like what I like, and if it's hipster, great.
If it's hipster, then so be it.
Yeah, if it's hipster, then so be it. Like that was like me for a couple of years, and then I got really excited recently because I bought a metal straw.
Oh my god, the metal straw.
So I was on a class trip to like Providence, and Sawyer hates this story because I say it all the time. And we went to a cafe, and it's like it's a very like mom and pop cafe, so it's very indie. It's called Small Point Cafe, and actually, this is our history. They have lavender coffee.
I that sounds good.
That sounds good, but I've never seen it anywhere else, and it's only there.
We should go back there. We should get some lavender coffee.
I'd love to get lavender coffee. It's great.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we are great. We have a plan now. Now we have to like fulfill it with recording. So I was there, and then my friend at the time, like my friend who I was with, he points at like this like jar and like they have between the registers just full of metal straws.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, you should get one. And I looked, and they're $1.50. So I got one.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Straw.
So I got one. And here's the thing, and I was gonna talk about this like at some point when I record by myself, but I'm just gonna talk about it now because it's very important about this topic. It makes drinks better. Really? Yes.
Explain.
Don't stop that. I know you've heard this a million times. Don't try. No,
explain.
All right.
I want to know. Is it like the same as drinking from like a metal soda can?
No, not even that. So a metal straw, it makes sense, and I never think about it. It's because if you put it in an iced drink, it makes the metal cold, obviously. Yeah. So therefore, the drink stays cold the entire time it gets to your mouth when you sip through the straw.
It doesn't take that long for a liquid to get to your mouth that it's going to get room temperature and still cold.
But with the metal straw, it's better. I don't know why. I get what you mean. It's a metal straw is the same. It takes the same time through a metal straw than a plastic straw. I get it.
It's not like the liquid's not going to get cold in a normal straw in the time it takes to sip the drink.
Listen, I don't know why it tasted better when I did. And also, that's also another thing. I got it for a couple of reasons. One, I've always wanted one because there was that viral video like years ago of like a turtle like with a straw stuck in its nose. Yeah. And I like that, and I hated that. Turtles are my favorite animal, and I didn't want to do that. So I finally got a metal straw to stop that, so I can just throw the metal straw in the ocean.
So the turtle will see the metal straw and think, "Wow,
yeah,
let's."
It's not plastic.
It's not plastic.
Exactly, it's not food.
Yeah.
And I think someone asked me like, "Did you get this straw for the purpose of it, as to like not be wasteful, or for the meme?" And I got it because for the purpose. I don't like wasting. Naturally. But also, I like embracing just like the stupidness of it.
Because like you like to be seen as, oh, that's the guy with the metal straw.
Yeah, I don't care. I like doing that because I don't care. It's just kind of funny. Yeah. Because right now, like, I'm sure like years from now this will be normal. But like now, metal straws aren't that like common. Because no one wants to, remember. No one wants to have to remember to like take the straw out of their drink, wash it, put it somewhere dry, go home, and then actually clean it.
That's why they should make packs of like disposable metal straws that like you use it a couple times when you're done with it, you can throw it out, and then you use another metal straw.
Well, yeah, but metal doesn't work like that. So what would we use instead? Like plastic?
Well, no, because what you do with the metal is you recycle it, and then you turn it into like soda cans. And the thing with soda cans is like sometimes you want a straw with them, so stick a plastic straw in the soda can.
I have no idea where you're going with that. I thought I knew, and you didn't. We're going that way. Yeah. It's like I I understand I'm hipster in, like, bad senses, but I like to think I'm aware of it. I'm aware of, like, the meme around it. Like, I don't, like, go around thinking, like, I'm high and mighty. I just, like, this is just not necessarily normal, or, like, by normal I mean, like, the casual way to go about things. Yeah. But, yeah. I like going to small cafe. I like going to hipster indie cafes instead.
Yeah. I can't think of anything I do that's distinctly hipster outside of, like, my music taste or anything like that.
Shop at Savers.
Yeah, well, it's the better option.
It's true.
It's the better option. It's like,
not everyone does it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. That means we get all the
good stuff. Yeah, we get all the good shit. Not everyone does it.
Not everyone does it.
You drive. You have interesting socks.
I have interesting. Well, no, these are just like gray wool. It's not like
they're wool. There you go.
They're wool. They're wool socks. They're warm. It's December 13th, 15th. It's December 15th.
I love how you looked at your wrist, which one did not have any watch on it, and you said the date, which you don't get from a watch, and you said the date wrong. Don't look at me like that.
December 15th. It's cold out, and I need socks that keep my tootsies warm because my shoes have holes in them.
Right. I don't know why I said right.
Well, they do. You are right.
I don't like. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's
Just
not.
Get rid of them.
I'm waiting to get new ones. I think I've got some coming for Christmas.
All right, nice. Ugh! Oh my God, it's Christmas, right?
Yeah, Christmas is coming up.
It's the holiday season. This is in turn become the holiday episode of this podcast because I'm probably not going to record.
Yes, it has. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. It already passed, I believe. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus.
I should probably
Happy
Ramadan.
Holidays. Ramadan.
Don't forget Ramadan.
I'm sorry. I should know. I know too much about Islam.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, this is probably going to be like the holiday episode. Actually, I'm going to call it that. I'm going to call it, this is the holiday episode, and we're not going to talk about anything holiday related until like 40 minutes in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm probably not going to record another one, only because I'm just busy. I'll be busy at work.
That's fair, man.
But also, like, I want to get a better mic. Right? So right now, all of my episodes have been recorded on my phone.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Jordan's desk. It's got a laptop open, and it's got a iPhone something or other.
Yeah, it's got an app out. I'm just recording.
With a voice recording.
But the audio is great. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
If you get a nice like a blue
Blue Yeti
mic,
yeah,
with like the little
really
stick guard or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I really want to get one. And now that Gabby got one, I really want to get one.
Gabby got one. Armani has one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabby and Armani who have better sounding podcasts.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they both listen to this. What? So they both listen to this podcast, so they will hear it. Also, Gabby probably heard that.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to say something. Oh well. I'm excited because I want to get new. I want to work my way up because like I actually want to like make this like a legitimate podcast.
Yeah, I mean you're almost there. You just gotta have like some better recording equipment,
better guests.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. The only reason I'm on here is I live next to the guy.
Yeah.
There's no other real reason that I would be on.
The only guests I've had on this podcast are my roommates.
Yeah, I mean, is that because no one else wants to be on? Because you haven't asked anyone else?
Not true. There have been people who have like asked to be on it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm not even like making a bid for the podcast. People have actually like asked like, hey, I want to be on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to
plug them in, but also like I want to get them in with like an actual mic, and I'm like, all right, let's record, and just smack my phone on a desk.
Exactly. Because for me, it's like you don't want to impress me. You don't care.
I have no reason to impress you.
Yeah.
But like with friends who like don't necessarily know, but like know enough to like they want to be on my podcast.
Well, I mean now they all know.
Well, yeah, now they all know. But like once I get the mic, it's like all right, let's go.
There's like little headphones.
And be like,
on.
Like, can we use your phone? It's like the charm of it. Like people have actually like asked, and like it's very. Here's the thing, I get surprised every time someone asks me to be on the podcast, and when someone says, "Hey, I listen to your podcast," I don't. It's weird. I don't get it.
That's how I feel when I'm like walking across campus and someone goes, "Hey, you got nice legs. I saw you in the Rocky. I'm like, thanks, man.
Like I make this podcast for me, really.
Right, you make it for you.
Yeah, I make it for me. I make it for me and essentially us, like my friend group, because like we'll listen to this like years from now.
Sure.
And then
whatever you want to think.
And then hate our voice. You're gonna. All
right.
I'm gonna just send you a link every year. Once a year, we all get together. We could do that every year.
What if I go insane?
True, you might go insane. We've established that Sawyer is gonna be the first person to go insane in the crew.
Yeah.
But also, you're not gonna die.
Yeah, I'm gonna
be the last one to die.
I'm gonna be the last one to die, but my quality of life will be extremely low because
Yes.
I will go insane early in life. Probably have some kind of Alzheimer's or dementia later on.
Also, like we figured out that you're not, the only reason why you're not gonna die is because you're just not gonna want to deal with it at the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, dying's a lot of work.
And I mean, it's kind of tired, man. I'm tired.
I just don't feel like it
right now.
I just really don't feel like it.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood.
In the mood to do it. In the mood to die.
I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm immortal.
You're immortal.
And my final form is
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
I don't.
Or Mark Reblier.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so, because he did that interview with Fantano.
Yeah.
And Fantano said it right.
Oh, nice.
Mark Reblier.
Reblier. I'm gonna say Reblier. That sounds how.
It's French. It's French.
Yeah, he's really good. It's so weird how he came into our lives.
Yeah, so one day I was scrolling through Facebook, as I do, and a friend of mine from high school, Josh, who I've never, we don't interact that much. I kind of wish we did more. He's a nice guy, but he posted a video, he shared a video of this guy, Mark Reblier, and I'm watching him, has a loop machine. He's called Loop Daddy. That's one of his monikers.
Love it.
And I'm watching him, he's going at it, and I'm looking at him, and he looks just like me. Scarily, makes the same facial expressions, his eyebrows move in the same way.
Same motions.
Same motions, same hair, same glasses, my facial hair, but more filled out.
More
because he's
refined.
a real adult.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it and it's making me uncomfortable. I show all the guys, and Gabby too.
We're all freaking. We all freak out.
Yeah, we all freak out, sort of. And
no, we act like this is nuts. This is absurd. This is wild.
And then, a week later, we start seeing him being shared more and more. Mm-hmm. And then we find out that he's doing a interview with our favorite music critic, best teeth in the game, Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, internet's biggest music nerd.
Yeah, and then I start following him on Insta. I see his live stuff, and it's just strange that he's just become. It's sort of like when you hear a word, you learn a word, a new word, I don't know, anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah,
and then suddenly everywhere you see that word everywhere.
Or
books, posters.
Or another analogy for everyone else with who gets it is if you go to a party and you see a stranger, and then after the party you just see them everywhere.
Sure.
That's a better.
I think mine is better.
Yeah, mine more common.
Sure, whatever.
I think that's why I got into judging and critiquing music just from Fantano.
Oh, totally. Yeah, same. I respect his opinion in music, but watching his stuff, I was he's just a dude. I have opinions too.
Yeah, that's really it. It's just he's just sitting there. He's just standing there, just reviewing music and just talking about his opinion, and gets tons of views. And it's well, I want to do that. Yeah, and
I have the platform for it, which you also, have a podcast. You could just make this a music review podcast if you wanted. Don't do that because I'm going to do that.
Oh wait, I was going to that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about how you wanted to do, I don't know if it was a variety show or a podcast, but you wanted to talk
about both, I don't care.
But you specifically came up to me I want to do a thing where it's called, and I told you, it's called It's Okay to Laugh.
I remember.
Yeah.
I know what the joke It's Okay to Laugh is in reference to. It's my speech impediment. Hilarious. Yes. It's okay to laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. And you wanted to make it was either a YouTube show or like a podcast about it, like just called that and then just do whatever.
Yeah.
Essentially this, but like, you know, with a better name.
Better name that makes sense, better host.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
But no, lately I've been thinking about, and Gabby, my lovely partner, has been actually kind of encouraging me that, like, yeah, I should make a music review or movie review or some kind of podcast.
Yeah.
Because I have opinions,
Totally do
and they are all valid.
I'd absolutely join you. I would Can I?
Yeah,
Please?
yeah, maybe. On a few episodes.
Fine.
I'm a guest.
Fine, I'm gonna be that guest that
shows up. When I have to review lo-fi, I'll bring you on.
Or like everyone constantly requests, like, we want Jordan. Who the fuck is this Mike kid?
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
which will become me on your podcast because I'm so charming and lovable.
Right, of course. Actually, my parents listened to the last podcast I recorded, which was with Mike and Johnny.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, this was your best one. I was like, excuse me? Like, yeah, you're talking to people. I'm like, well, so me by my... Which I guess makes sense. Me by myself is just kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, I mean, like, I see how that can be... I've only listened to the first two, Jordan. I do not listen to your podcast.
Thank you. I don't know why I just said thank you.
It's not because, like, I don't care or I don't like it. It's just that I forget that it exists.
I know you do.
I'm a very, very busy boy.
Yes, I know. But, like, it'd be really cool if all of us just started, like, making media, like, various...
Forms of media.
Yeah, various forms of media, and we all just, like, joined in. Like, mine, this is all just about me, like, talking about whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And, like, I never want, like, a structure.
Right.
Like, I never want it to be, like, just music, just movies. Although I'd love to, like, do those.
It's improv.
Yeah, and if you do, like...
Music.
Music or movies, I could, like, that's, like, my way of, like, joining in that.
Yeah.
Getting a taste of that pie.
Sure. It makes sense. I get it.
Yeah. It's like, I want to talk about stuff here. Like, whenever I see, like, a movie or, like, I really hear a really good album, I talk about it here. Actually, I watched, since the last podcast, I watched Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, no, I watched it the first time before, without you.
Oh.
But the second time, like, the second time I watched it, and then I realized, like, because I watched it during Thanksgiving break, and I watched it, like, shortly after when we came back, and it was just, like, such little time in between that I didn't want to watch it.
That's fair. And you left, like, halfway through, which is understandable.
Yeah. Sorry about it. Really good.
Really good movie.
I really wish I watched it.
Honestly, that film needs a whole, like, episode devoted to it.
I always say it. I always say that I want to watch movies, and I was like, I have to watch this, and I never do.
Yeah.
Just because I just don't have time. I don't have time, and also, like, I don't like going to the movies by myself. So I need to, like, find another person, and everyone else is busy.
I only ever go with Gabs because they have the AMC...
Yeah, the pass
thing. I mean, of course, I go with them because, you know, I love them and stuff. But also, movies are expensive, man. Like, they wonder why the film industry is, like, dying. It's because you're charging too much money to go see sometimes a good movie, but a lot of times a not so good movie in theaters, and you pay for the food and all that stuff, and it's like, I'd rather sit at home,
like, watch
Netflix.
The last movie I watched in theaters was 8th grade, and I did that
8th grade's really good.
because I knew it was good.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was good going up because just, like, so much praise. I'm like, yeah, you can't really, like, believe everything, like, the internet says, but, like, I had faith, and also because it was Bo Burnham's first, like, directorial debut.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to just, like, support him. And, but there's so many things I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch Bohemian Rhapsody.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. It's really good, and I've heard mixed things, and, like, that only makes me want to watch it more.
Right.
Because I want to develop an opinion on it.
Your own opinion.
Yeah, I've done my own opinion, and yeah, I told myself, and, like, I'm just bad at, like, setting goals, because I told myself I was going to watch 50 movies this year, and I've only watched, like, 20.
Nice. That's still better than a lot of people, I'm sure.
And, like, keep in mind, it's, like, 50 movies for the first time, like, new movies. Because I've probably seen, like, 50 movies, but only, like 30 of them have been, like, things I've seen before. We watched Shrek.
We did watch the new Shrek.
And by the new Shrek, I mean Shrek Retold, which was...
really good.
It's a trip.
I loved it.
It's great. And
I'm not going to watch it again, but I loved it.
No, I'm never going to watch that again. Shrek Retold was just, like... Yeah, so Shrek Retold, 200. It's essentially 200 plus animators and like
voice
creators all getting together and just making Shrek like
a scene for scene, shot for shot remake of Shrek in their own animation and vocal styles.
Yeah, and it was great. We essentially just watched Shrek. That was the only thing. Yeah. It's like we watched Shrek, and I'm probably never gonna watch that again. I'll probably watch Shrek again because when Shrek's on TV, I like watching it.
I don't remember the last time I've watched straight Shrek.
Same because of the meme.
Like I've seen Shrek.
We've seen Shrek, but
I had a Shrek birthday party when I was really young.
Did you really?
I did.
I don't.
Green face paint and everything.
I'm sorry, I can't believe you. I don't
a
believe
Shrek birthday
because
party.
You would have mentioned this long ago.
I had a Shrek birthday party.
What do you mean you had a Shrek birthday party?
It was a birthday party, and the theme was Shrek. We all had our faces painted green. This was when Shrek first came out, so all the stuff was still at iParty when iParty was still a thing.
When did Shrek come out?
Yeah, it was me and my friends.
2001.
2001.
This is your 4th birthday party?
Maybe it was Shrek 2. When did Shrek 2 come out?
Shrek 2 came out, let me check.
Shrek 2.
I want to say 2004? Yeah, hey, I called it.
Yeah, so probably Shrek 2, when Shrek 2 came out. Yeah, I remember A Puss in Boots being a thing. Yeah, so it was a Shrek 2 birthday party, not Shrek 1, Shrek 2. And I remember, the only thing I remember is the face paint, because it took forever to come off. But we had little worm dirt pies. You know what I mean? Those dirt pudding things with the gummy worms in them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
I can't believe you haven't mentioned this at all to me or anyone.
Well, I was saving it because I knew that in a number of years you'd have a podcast and I'd be able to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, and specifically, even though one, it's not in my notes about
it's
Shrek.
Not in your notes. Yeah, no. We got to Shrek, but I knew it's kind of like I forget what law it's called, Godwin's law or something like that. The longer a conversation goes on, the more of a chance that the topic ends up with Hitler. But for us, it's Shrek. So the longer we talk, the more likely we'll be to end up talking about Shrek.
I hate how that makes sense with us.
And now we got to Shrek after 58 minutes, 21 seconds. And I knew it was going to happen. If I just kept you going long enough, we get to Shrek, and my master plan that I have been formulating since 2004, because I knew I would meet you.
You knew you'd meet me. You knew we would meme.
I knew we'd live together, and I knew you'd start a podcast where I could talk about my Shrek birthday party that I had many years ago in New Bedford.
No, I'm not saying you're lying, but I am saying it's wild.
Yeah, no,
and you were a very smart 7-year-old.
I think ahead. I've always really been forward looking, and that's just one manifestation of it. I can't say my plans out loud because then, they
don't happen.
But, me in 2004 was thinking, yes, I will be on a podcast with a guy named Jordan Vongsethi in 2018, and we're going to talk about Shrek, and I can talk about this party at that podcast.
You're a freak.
Yeah, no, I've been described as an enigma.
You're an enigma, a lizard.
Yeah. No, but, yeah, that's
I can't.
That's the whole reason I'm here right now, was to get to this talking point.
Right. I think I can't do anything. I can't top that. So I think we're good. I think we can stop recording this podcast because that's no better way to end it than this revelation that you had a Shrek birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it. So thank you, Sawyer Pollitt.
It's my pleasure.
Again for being on this. Do you want to plug anything at all? I allow anything and everything.
Any kind of plug at all?
Any plugs, socials, shows, anything?
I've got a couple. Vlasic Comedy on Instagram. I don't really post anything, but I'm there. Spring semester of 2019, sorry. 20 Cent Fiction is going to be putting on Cabaret in April, the last weekend of April. You guys should all come down and see it. Also audition for it.
Yeah, come see Sawyer as the MC.
Don't say that. Seriously, don't. Anyone might be the MC. And also, just in case, I auditioned for a show tonight, actually. Martin McDonough's The Pillow Man. that is going to be going up, I believe, in February. If I get in, see it. If I don't get in, also see it. I don't have any more.
You have any more?
That's
it. What's your favorite website?
Favorite website?
Yes.
I don't go on the internet anymore, man. I guess...
Advertise it right now.
My favorite website...
Any website. Does that have to be related to you at all?
I like JSTOR. That is a catalog of academic journals. It's what I've spent most of my time on this semester. EasyBib's great.
I think this is the only time.
The Purdue Chicago OWL, Chicago Citation Guide is really useful for me. And of course UMass Dartmouth, my courses.
This made me. I want a personal goal. I want to get sponsored by EasyBib.com on this podcast because all the podcasts have the typical sponsors MeUndies.
You're gonna get sponsored by the New England Quarterly Journal.
MeUndies, Loot Crate, Bowflex, whatever. And it's I want to get sponsored by EasyBib and the Chicago
Political Science Monthly Academic Journal.
This has nothing to do with political science at all, but I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. With that, I'm going to end this podcast. Thank you again, Sawyer, for being on. This has been Jordan McCoffey. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Actually, I'm not going to post on SoundCloud anymore because I reached my limit, apparently, which there is a limit. So it's all going to be on YouTube.
Really?
Podcast is going to be only on YouTube. So please subscribe if you like it. If you like it. And thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.